Following the death of a loved one, people will likely deal with financial, medical, and even social consequences in their own lives, in addition to grappling with feelings of grief and loss. Evermore, a nonprofit advocacy group, is dedicated to getting bereaved families more help and resources.
The organization is hosting a benefit concert here in Austin this weekend. We're going to have more on that in just a bit. But first, we want to introduce our guests. That's Evermore's Joyal Mulheron and Jenna Kirkpatrick. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So we know this is something that is very personal to both of you. Talk to us a little bit about your personal stories and why that prompted you all to get this work started with Evermore.
Sure. Well, for me, I had a terminally ill child who died about 14 years ago. And I was waking up most mornings after her death to Trayvon Martin, Hydea Pendleton, Sandy Hook, and so forth. And I just felt that bereaved families needed more than a support group or a therapist. And so I started having conversations with people in Washington, D.C., and then around the nation about their experiences with grief and loss. And that's how I met Jenna.
And Jenna, tell us a little bit about how you got involved. And it's my understanding you're doing a lot of work here locally.
Yes. I got involved. I'm a bereaved mom as well. I lost my son Ellis 13 years ago. And I host a dinner group for parents here that have lost their children. And so one of them shared an article with me that featured the work that Joyal was doing in Evermore. And so my daughter went to GW and I was there and I met Joyal for tea. And we talked about the things that happen to people after a loss. And I realized that many of those things had happened to me and that they were wrong and that they were happening to the majority of people in our country.
It would seem that you all are trying to build a community among those bereaved families like the ones that you all are suffering from.
Absolutely. People tend to think about loss as something very sad and full of sorrow. But the reality is that there are systems around families and those systems begin to fail. And what is a personal tragedy for an individual, when you begin to look at a population level, you can see that tragedy repeated over and over and over again in multiple families. And so the work we're doing is systemic and trying to provide better support systems in the aftermath.
Give us some practical ways. What are some things you're pushing for to add those supports? What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, very practically, right now we're trying to renew bereavement leave for the U.S. Armed Forces. Right now, we worked with some members of Congress and other advocates to help support bereavement leave previously for the death of a spouse or a child. They are now able to return home, but that expires in March of 2025. And so we're working to renew that. That's one of the examples.
Just to give people a little bit of perspective here, we know that so many people are touched by this. A few statistics from your organization, you estimate 18.7 million Americans have experienced the death of a child, and 10 million children have lost a biological parent or sibling. I mean, those numbers are really staggering, but I know data collection and tracking some of this is also something your organization is focused on. What have you found when it comes to getting data about this issue?
It's difficult. There's a lot of lousy data out there on this, but there's some very good data that began to emerge about 2015 to 2017. In fact, one of the most stunning statistics that we came across in the last couple of years is that upwards of $15 billion is not being conferred to orphan children. So parents have paid into their Social Security benefits, but then those Social Security benefits are not being conferred to their children. And $15 billion annually is a lot of taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, so you all are really advocating for that, but I want to take a little bit of a turn now and talk about the benefit concert that you all will be throwing this weekend. What all can people expect and how much will that help what you all are working on?
Thank you. Our benefit concert is this Sunday at 4 p.m. at Radio East. We started the concert last year as a grassroots effort to try to build momentum in Austin. They can expect to come and we'll have an art booth where we're doing candles and writing our beloveds' names that we miss on rocks and painting rocks, and we have 3 different bands playing that day. So we have the Squirrel Show with local a musician, Oliver Steck, who's really funny and great. We wanted to have a lighthearted thing too for kids. Yeah. And then we'll have Parker Woodland, which is another amazing, great local band that just put out an album last month. And then our headliner is the Bright Light Social Hour, another amazing Austin band. So all of these people are directly connected to our mission and have experienced loss as well. So we really wanted it to be about that. And we're going to have, Joelle's going to speak and tell more about what we do at Evermore. And we're also starting a local Texas chapter. So we're going to be meeting for our first meeting in January, and then discussing with the people of Austin what do they want and how can we help make their lives a better place.
Incredible work you're doing in so many different ways. So for folks out there, just a reminder, again, that event is going to be happening this weekend, Sunday at 4 p.m. at Radio East. And we'll have more links to get to Evermore's site if you're interested in figuring out a little bit more about what they do. Joyelle and Jenna, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after the break.